we love to hear people call in with their own opinions because these are opinions you don't really get to hear all the time.
I'll get back to you when it's over.
What's up, everyone? I hope everyone's doing good today. Ringo Stark, welcome, my friend Slim Frank, Crew Chief 2, Red Pill 78. What's up, man? Good to have you in the mix. The number to call is 803-399-0044. A lot going on in the news today. Rod Rosenstein looks like he'll be stepping down in the beginning of May, perhaps. I can see I'm being shadow banned with only 20 people watching. Usually we're in the triple digits, which is what I'm looking for. But, we'll wait for more people to come in. Mary Bouchard, welcome, dear friend. Good to have everyone in here. Thank you, Red Pill. I appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, so a lot going on in the news today. We have Rod Rosenstein stepping down, the Rat. I know some people out there were saying that he might even be a gray hat. I don't know. I do see him smiling a lot with Trump, but I've also seen Comey smile a lot with Trump in their interactions. So, I mean, you tell me, do you think he's a gray hat, black hat, white hat? My opinion, he's probably a black hat. I released a couple podcasts today, one including the Satanic Church getting recognized by the IRS, which is sickening and sad, both in the same. The notification did not go out. BK says, yeah, that's what they do. They don't like me. Yeah, I know, if Terry's not in here, nobody got it. So I posted it on YouTube and even on Twitter. So, that's altogether about 138,000 people should get the notification, and we have 25 people, which is fine. Hey, it's all good, baby. It's all good. Hail Odin. I only saw this in my feed. It did not pop up at the top of the phone. Well, that happens. They'll do it to you. Crew Chief, what is up? Matty Ice, what is up, my friends? Good to see you. Just give it a few more minutes. Oh, BK. There's no sweat. No sweat, my friend. Tammy says she saw it on my homepage on YouTube. Good. Saw it on Twitter. That's why Twitter is so critical, my friends. It's so critical because no censorship. I have yet to see censorship on Twitter. I know it does exist. I'm not blind to the fact, but I am not being hit with that. So, it does happen. It happens to a ton of people. We had one of our mods get a 12-hour suspension because I think he said something to the effect of something against Muslims, and they don't care for that. They do not care for it. Debbie Cheryl, I agree. She says, in the end, we will win, Thomas. Absolutely. So, it is good to be here. It is a Monday evening. We're going on about 8:15 on the East Coast. And did a lot today. Put out some good tweets today. I am exercising. I am eating better. I am trying to push through whatever funk I am in. Terry, there she is. Welcome on the beach. Good to have you aboard. Susan, welcome too. Good to have you here. But yeah, put out some good tweets today. Trying to get healthier. It's almost summertime. And in the summertime, you got to get healthy. You got to look good because in the deep south, it gets hot. Nobody wants to walk around with a shirt on, right? Nobody wants to do that. Annette Keene says Rod Rosenstein is a Republican and he is a member of the Federalist Society whose mission is to make sure the Constitution is upheld. Okay, so she agrees that Rod Rosenstein could be a white hat or a gray hat in flip flop, perhaps. He does that movement a lot, that mannerism, that gesture. He does gesture. He does that a lot, and you know, it's it looks like a cue to me. It looks like a cue to me. Terry says, Phil McConnell says we will have a reset. Isn't that what QFS means, a financial reset? When Trump returns from Europe on May 5th or 6th. Holy smokes. That would be incredible, to say the least. To say the least. So yeah, let's continue on. So yeah, the QFS when Trump returns from Europe on May 5th or 6th. Would Phil McConnell has intel? Because that would be amazing. We have a financial reset. That means we're getting out of the Federal Reserve, right? That means all that money gets pushed back into the gold fringe. Isn't that financial reset? So we'll have a gold backed dollar instead of imaginary paper money that's about as worthless as monopoly money. Isn't that correct? Isn't that about right? Isn't that about right? How's your Monday going? You having a good Monday? I hope you are. We hit 10.6 thousand followers on Twitter today. Thank you for the support. I greatly appreciate that. You can also donate to this channel by going to the Patreon and or PayPal in the description box below in all of my videos. Even people in the mods in the chat will post those for me. Please, sir. Please, ma'am, also. I would greatly appreciate that. You can definitely donate, or you can go down to the super chat at the bottom of the chat. And once you do donate through the super chat or subscribe to this channel, if you aren't already, it will put up your name and the amount, and it will blast it in front of everyone on the chat because you're showing support for a great channel, a great cause, putting out great information, alternative media, as I like to call it. Yeah, so just checking out. Did you see they fired the Gitmo admiral that ran it? I did see that. Hail Odin? I did see that. Is that good or bad news? Did someone tell me if that's good or bad news? Yeah, so let's he submits his resignation. Let's see what he has to say here. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein submits his resignation. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, who frequently found himself in political crosshairs due to his role in the special counsel Russia probe, and whose departure has long been expected, submitted his resignation on Monday to President Trump effective May 11th. Attorney General William Barr, in a statement, said Rosenstein served the Justice Department with dedication and distinction. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? You think that's good? Think that's good news? I think it could be. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We're going to go ahead and open up the phones, though. If you want to call in, you definitely can. 803-399-0044. 803-399-0044. I look forward to your calls as this is open forum. Wagon Wheel, my friend, thank you for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Very kind of you. It's good to see your familiar name up there. Good to see you. You could definitely call in at 803-399-0044. They are shadow banning me like no other, my friends. Gracious be to God. Wagon Wheel, thank you again, my friend. Very kind of you.
Call from.
James Doherty?
To accept, press 1.
Hi, James. Are you there?
Yes.
How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. This is cool to talk to you. I'm shutting your stream off so you guys don't hear me in the background.
Thank you, man. That's
Uh,
smart of you. Thank you.
I just had a question. I'm here in Florida where we got hit by Hurricane Michael, and like
Yeah.
80% of our trees are down.
Uh-huh.
And I was talking with my coworkers, and we keep hearing about how the unemployment is set down so much. And I was wondering, do you think that maybe the deep state, we see these wildfires, this polar vortex, the tornadoes everywhere, just crazy, the Mississippi's flooding right now. Do you think
Yes.
anything has to do with the
Do I
it's
think it
just
has to do with what?
the unemployment being down so low because everybody's communities are being destroyed, so everyone has to work.
Oh, I mean, that's an interesting take on it. They
Because
modify
I
the
work
weather.
for one
They
of the
can
richest.
go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I work for one of the richest families in the state, and they only pay us $9.50 an hour to do all this tree work, and it's like crazy. It's like everyone's taking advantage of our community, and we have all these outside contractors
Mm-hmm.
and all the roofers. I don't want to be racist; they're all Mexican. They're taking all the locals' jobs, and it's like all the locals are suffering because all these outside people come in. It's like, what is the deal here? And
Yes,
Trump
and
didn't help anybody. Everybody down here is real mad because this is Trump country, and he didn't do anything to help us.
well, I have noticed that, but this was before Trump got in. I did notice that when I think we had an ice storm in South Carolina, and it broke a lot of trees. The trees get weighed down, the ground saturated, and then the trees tip over, and everyone needed to get tree removal. So all these guys, I don't know what they are. They come in from out of state. Some of them aren't even licensed. They come in Florida, from North Carolina, Tennessee, so on and so
A lot of
forth.
the contractors are ripping the locals off. They'll take their money and leave town. They're the outside people are robbing people and getting drunk driving accidents. It's just crazy.
Absolutely, yeah. Most of these people are not insured. They come in, yeah. They price gouge you, and then they leave a mess behind.
Yeah, and then they take all the wealth out of the community and they send it across the country to their families, and it's like this sucks for everybody that lives here.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. These people, somebody should be keeping an eye on that because it definitely is. It's 100% price gouging and it's theft, and they do a horrible job. And yeah, they're taking money away. They're taking jobs away from people who definitely are in the community and they need this money. And yeah, maybe Trump. I know definitely not maybe, but definitely Trump should look into this and write your. I don't even know if this works. Does this work if you even write your congressman or your city councilor or anything? Is that even is that a waste of time at this point?
In our county down here in Florida, they have the good old boy system, especially where I live. It's completely useless to do anything about our local government.
Yeah, man, that's I have heard it's not just Florida, man. It's a lot of states, a lot of places this happens, and they come in and they they do damage and they do a crappy job of fixing things once these storms come through, or so on and so forth. But I don't know how to help you with that, my friend.
You just thought there might be a correlation between the deep state and weather machines. If we're already being under attack by the deep state here in the state, in the U.S., because they're just the whole country's being destroyed by crazy weather. And
Oh man, yeah, they do. They do create, what is it called? Engineer. They geo-engineer weather. They do it all the time. You can look into HARP. You can look in all that kind of stuff. I don't know if they're doing it to take jobs away.
All over now.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know if they're doing it to take jobs. I think they're doing it to actually reduce the population. If they can get a big enough hurricane to, or enough tornado activity and the what is it? The tornado alley, earthquake, so on and so forth. They could cause these things. In my honest opinion, I don't believe that is even a question at this point. I think most people who think that that's crazy, it's even mainstream that they know how to do this stuff. You could go on the History Channel, which is complete and utterly controlled information. They even show it to you blatantly, which is unbelievable in my opinion. But I'm sorry, man. You got to go through that. That sucks.
I just have one more question for you. Do you have any maybe advice for someone? Because when I try and tell people about Q and about what's going on in the news, a lot of people just get really upset at me and yell at me, and it's like maybe I'm going about this the wrong way.
Yeah, man. I mean, early on, people do get upset, but I think if you don't want to push it on people, I'm pretty sure that's like the way that this is how this
Mm-hmm.
should be done. Don't push it. I know it's
If
very interesting
somebody
and you
pushes
want
it.
to because it's really true, and then you just kind of get lit for it. I would suggest just going at it easy, and come on shows like this. If you got something on your chest that you can't relate to anybody, that's why this is available. This is why I did this.
Oh well, don't even worry about that. I have a whole. I'm trying to start a business to destroy social media to get people to start talking to each other because there's no social engagement anymore in the United States. When I serve tables, you have kids on their first date and all they do is play on their phone. When I'm in line in
Yeah.
the grocery store, no one talks to each other. It's just crazy, and I'm like, I want to bring that back to America.
Well, I agree, man. I think that it is definitely lopsided, which is not good. And I do think that that is a problem. I agree with you. I don't know about taking down social media entirely, but I think.
I mean, I was just metaphorically speaking. I
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
taking
sure,
it down
sure. I
to
know.
people.
But I do see that problem also, my friend. Well, I appreciate the call. We got more people calling in.
You got
Great
it.
call,
Thank you.
by
I
the way.
love your channel, man. Keep it up.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great day.
You got it. Bye.
Bye bye. Great first caller. Good guy. Good guy. Trump has been looking into it. 33 billion was sent to Mexico. He's aware of it, and he is going to put a stop to the banking system. I would very much hope so. Guys, if you were on Twitter, would you please tweet out that we are live? We need to get more people in here. We got to get more people in here, guys. This is low. This is the same day. Yesterday we had almost 300 people in here. They like to do this. They love to do this. They like to censor and they like to suppress. But it's okay, my friends. It's all right, guys. Been doing a lot of work. I've been doing a ton of podcasts, as you can see, sometimes even twice a day. But I'll be doing editing throughout the night. I have a really good video coming out from WikiLeaks. But before we all know, before it was compromised, this was before it was compromised. This is when Julian Assange was still there, and it's a great article. Has a lot to do with the Middle East and vortexes and stargates. Really cool stuff. And I've gone over that before. It's probably the most interesting, I swear to God, I think it was the most interesting conspiracy theory out there. Very cool stuff. Miles from Main Street, absolutely the alchemist. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. If you want to call in, you most certainly can. The call-in number is 803-399-0044. 0044 is the number. Sally Yates running her mouth, scared. No more do I have to look at your face and family. That's right, Terry. So, who do you think is going to beat Trump? Who's going to beat Trump? Beto, Bernie, Biden. Look at all these B's. Isn't that weird? None of them will beat him.
Call from.
Annette.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, Annette. How are you?
Oh, fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just taking phone calls and enjoying my Monday evening. What's on your mind, my friend?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you a minute about Rod Rosenstein and Mueller. I've been looking into this since right before the election. I started paying attention when Steve Pazenik put out a 4-minute video explaining about the coup and counter coup. Have you seen that video?
I have not seen that video. No, I don't follow Steve Pachenik.
Well, he's, do you know who he is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, so you know his background. He's the man with the plan, but he might even be Q, I'm not sure, but
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Rod Rosenstein, I watched a 2.5 hour video of him about 4 or 5 times uh, when he went before the House committee and answered their questions. And one lady asked him if Mueller finds something outside the realm of the Mueller investigation, what would he do? And he said, well, what he does, if he finds something like that, he turns it into the proper authorities. And when he said it, it was hard for him not to laugh in their face. He knows
Wow.
what he knows what's going on. The thing is, I put that on a YouTube video. I mean, on a comment section on a YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been yours, might have been somebody else's. Back then, I was buried in the 500 comments. Probably wasn't even seen. But after I put that comment in there, they took that out. That laugh at the very end was removed from the video. But he was almost laughing in their face. And as far as Mueller goes, Q has referred several times to the fact that Mueller is a white hat. Uh, do you know McAllister TV?
Absolutely. I love McAllister TV.
Okay, well, she put out a meme from the Q meme thing, and it shows a picture of Rod Rosenstein in the middle, and then on both sides is Q post. And I'll slip it into the comments. I'll paste it in the comments.
Okay.
And if you want to click on it and look at it, but the very first thing it says is that RR and Mueller, pretty much, I'll just let you read it. I can't really put it into perspective, but it pretty much says that both of them are good guys, and it says there's fewer black hats than people think. There's a lot fewer bad guys than people think there are. And this coup was started back 7 days before the election. Uh, Steve Pazinik laid out the whole thing. It's a 4 minute video. I'll slam that down there too, and when you get a chance, you look at it. It's only 4 minutes. And then about a couple of weeks ago, he came out with another video that said that Mueller has done a counter coup against the deep state, that he is going after MSM, specifically Rachel Maddow, and he named a few other ones, and then he threw in Hillary Clinton. So in my mind, they're both white hats. That's just my opinion, but I'm like 99% sure. But I followed Steve Pazinik from that video on, and
Yeah.
he went on, what is that show? Alex Jones with that young guy that's on there, and
Yes.
he said that when this is over, Mueller will go home. And he said that another time too. And Steve Pazinik has said more than once, I told the president, but yet he says, I don't know the president. So, he kind of slipped up there a couple of times, but I'm watching and, paying attention real close. So to me, they're both white hats. But that's all, pretty much. And there's a lot of other proofs out there, but I'll throw those two things up and you can take a glance at them when you get a chance.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the call. You could be right with a lot of that. I'll take your answer. I'll say your answer off the phone, online rather. And it's I agree. They could be white hats. I don't know. That's up for debate. They could be. They might not be. I don't know. I'm not in the mix like that. I wish I were. Pence is a little creepy. He talks like a pastor. Like, dude, I know you're very religious. I know you are, but it's a little hokey. It's a little hokey. And this is the problem with politicians. I remember when I went to see Trump at the rally in South Carolina, and we had not our attorney general, but the just representatives coming up there, and just bums. They're reading off cue cards. It sounded like they weren't really, but they just were so phony. And Trump's the real deal, real guy.
Call from
Alien testosterone.
to accept
Alien, what is up, my friend?
Hey, what is up, brother? I just wanted to say, great show, man. I love your work. I've
Oh,
followed you
thank
for a
you.
while.
Thank you.
I'm into everything that you talk about. I have been for a long time. Uh, there's a few things I'd touch on.
Hmm.
Uh, the the Mueller, he's a bad guy.
Hmm.
He told Desta that if he didn't lie, he'd find his neck in a noose.
Yeah.
And he he's not the only one. The elite, they talk through a hidden language,
Yes.
and it's backwards, it's reverse, it's mirrored.
Hmm.
And through, if you write this down, I don't know if you've ever been to it or not, but if you go to Civ Joe, CIVJO 3000, he has got a bunch of videos on there that actually breaks it down. You know who David Oakes is, right?
I've never
He
heard that
deals
name.
in, David Oakes deals in reverse speech, reverse language. This is the language these people, they get on the news and they're talking. Okay, now imagine if what you watched on TV, if you played it backwards, there's stuff in it. All right. Now imagine if what you said and you recorded and you backed it up and there was a message and then you backed it up again and there's another message. This is how embedded their communication is. It's not just word, slang and all that stuff. There's a reason why they read from a piece of paper and sound the way they sound, because when you back that up, there's actually a message there. And like Conan O'Brien, does his night shows. He used to do those little videos about, what you expect on tonight, and he'd give you a little spill. He's like, "Oh, what's going on locally?" And then he'd show you local news.
Hmm.
Well, when he would do it, they would all be saying the same thing. Well, when you back it up, they're saying the same thing. Well, they're all funded by George Soros. That's how
Correct.
he gets his message out through the media and stuff. But there's, all kinds of stuff like that. But once you learn this language, you can go back and actually learn about stuff you thought you knew, and you find out everything from space. They're all Masons. They don't, maybe they ain't went to space. Buzz proved it. He said it. He said it in the speech. But if you ever get the chance, look it up, man. And I'm telling you, you'll probably run with some of this stuff because it's that realistic. But anyway,
Very
yeah,
interesting.
I just want to say,
I
yeah, I just want to say, I love what you do. I'm a combat vet, man. Honestly, people like you are honestly what I feel I fought for.
that's
And
very
growing up in the
man.
'90s, following Bill Cooper and all them, we used to be called tinfoil hat people, and now with especially with Q, coming out dropping all kinds of shit on people,
Yeah.
it's waking up people's eyes. So I think a lot of people, they're expecting, all these people waking up at first, and they ain't even got a clue. They ain't even scratched the surface, man, but they're wanting like a drive through of justice, and it's just not going to work like that. That's not part of the plan. And, I just, like I said, man, it's people like you, man, it warms my heart to know that, you do you, brother.
Man,
But I
that
just wanted
that's
to say,
that's so kind of you. I mean, it really is because I know, God only knows what you've seen, and it's two different wars. There's a physical and spiritual war, and a technocrat war. There's a ton of
oh, yeah.
wars going on right
Oh, yeah.
now, man. And
Yeah, I
go
was
ahead.
deployed 9/11 in
Wow.
Kosovo peacekeeping, and we were told long before that in a threat briefing. Every military soldier, when he leaves the country, gets a brief. All right, so we were told about Bin Laden and Al Qaeda and all that, blah blah blah, and nothing happened. And on 9/11, when that did that, we were out there watching the same people we were over there protect celebrate.
Wow. Oh my
By the end
God.
of 2001, I came back, and this is with 3rd ID. I was in Bravo Company, 37 Infantry, and 3rd Infantry Division. All right. So I came back in 2001. At the end of 2001, I already knew I was going to war in Iraq in 2003. If you look up, there's even Wesley Clark came out and he did this, and it was kind of brushed over, but he says, look up 7 wars in 5 years, or 5 years, or something like that. But if you look it up, he tells you everything that happened in the Middle East before it happened. all this stuff's by design. They're all trying to, we have been sold out. And when I don't think a lot of people really realize how deep the honeycomb goes, and with the Q stuff. I mean, especially on the military side, I was there. When I went back in 2008 or
Hmm.
2007, 2008, if you look on my YouTube videos, you'll see where I got showing proof of what the leadership did. They were paying Al Qaeda. We were funding and paying and arming Al Qaeda over there, and we stopped fighting them. And we let them fight JAM, which was, it was a Sunni Shia thing that they manipulated you know, um, to get them fighting each other, just like they do here with Democrats and Republicans and whites and blacks. They division. That's
Hmm.
the key. It's a book. They got a book that they write. I mean, they've been doing this stuff for 1,000 years. They know how to play us all for suckers. And what? Anyway, John McCain was over there, and he actually set up the Sons of Iraq. Helped set up Sons of Iraq, which were Al Qaeda in Iraq, who became the Sons of Iraq, who were really ISIS. And that's when it started in 2008 in Iraq. That's when ISIS actually started. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, I could go on about all kinds of shit. But like I said, I just wish you the best of luck, man. I think you're doing a great job, and I salute you, sir.
Well, the salute is right back at you. It's reciprocal, and mad respect to you and everyone who's fought for our country. Seriously, it means
Thank
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I do this.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I knew, after the invasion of Iraq, man, I had a buddy die in my hands, man, and I got combat related PTSD.
Yeah.
But I anyway, I got out, and I never thought I'd go back to fight a war for lies and all that shit. Well, I seen Berg over there being beheaded, and it made me want to go back in. So when I went back in 2007, that's all I wanted to do was go fight the bad guys, of course, but I knew it was all bull crap, whatever. But I went,
Yeah.
whatever, again for another big spill. I did all my time, and I was actually at Fort Meade when Bradley Manning was at trial, and the motherfucker was a traitor. And
Hmm.
what he gave was he was telling the enemy with the information Bradley Manning, Chelsea Manning, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
all right, whatever you want to call it, what the information he actually gave was telling our enemies what they were doing right and what they were doing wrong, and he had blood on his hands. So I hope he rots in hell. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But like
Yeah.
I said,
Traitors need to be thrown to the fire.
yes, sir. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get off here, man. Like I said, I wanted to call and tell you, keep doing you, brother. I know you get down. I'll follow you on Twitter too, man. I've tried to give you a one up, man. Just think positive, man. They'll try and keep you down, man, because your message is strong, and
Yes.
don't give in to that shit. Keep fighting.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the call. Call back anytime, man. We're gonna do this a ton. We're gonna do this
Yep,
all throughout the week. So I appreciate your
yep,
call. I'd like to know
yep.
more about the battles and whatnot. Just not to trigger anything, but just to.
No, no, I can honestly talk about it. My trigger is actually a smell. If I
Uh.
smell feet, because we were
Yeah.
taught at the time. This was in 2003, man. If I smell that smell, I'm transported back to that day. So that's how realistic it is for me.
Oh
I can
hell
still
yeah, bro.
function. I've got up and I've told people how to deal with PTSD even after, because when we came back after invasion, there was nothing, and that's why you still got 22 soldiers a day putting a gun in the house in their
Yes.
mouth and blowing back their heads off. And a lot of it has to do, honestly, with the behavioral health medication, because there is no, and you can check, and anybody can check, and if I'm wrong, then I will suck whatever. But I'm telling you right now, there's no behavioral health medication in the United States that they give you that does not come with a negative side effect. It's fact. I'm telling you right
Yes.
now, they push that shit on you to get people's heads all messed up so
Yeah.
that they do crazy shit and can control you. But anyway, like I said, I'll get off here, man. I know I'm
You're
keeping you,
good.
but
No,
hey,
write that down. Write that down, and we'll continue that tomorrow, my friend. That's a great subject.
yep, I'll talk to you, man, later.
Take care, my friend. God bless you. Great call. Great call. All right, let's go through these super chats. Let's go. Matty Ice. Thank you, my friend. Great number, by the way. He says, don't forget what this channel does. Don't forget what this channel does. Where we go, one we go all. Spreads a lot of information, my friends. 100 and almost 180 Excuse me. What is almost 130,000 subscribers? Yet we have 65 people in here. That's what shadow banning does. That's what the threat is. Think this channel's not a threat? It's definitely a threat. Mike D, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciative. Shan Anon, thank you so much. Best of the best. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Great call. I love the past 3 calls have been really, really good. If you want to call in, the number is right up above me, 803-399-0044. And I would love to hear from you. Like I said, this is open forum. And, it is, I try my best, guys. I've been putting out a lot of information. I've lost 600 subscribers. Can you believe it? 600 subscribers within the past week. That's a lot of bots. I don't think it's people, to be honest. I do not think it's people. I think it's some kind of thing they have. I don't know what it is. It's an algorithm or some sort of thing to make it look. It's sneaky. I'll be honest. It is sneaky. Automatic Sky, welcome. Yeah, we got the alternative camera angles. We might get one more. I do have another one. I try. Any money that gets donated, from you guys goes back into this channel. That's just how it is. It is. This is the only channel where you get free call-ins. Talk about whatever. You could talk about baseball. You could talk about 9/11. You could talk about aliens. You could talk about weather. I don't care. Q, whatever. I don't care. I just want to hang out with you guys and share. We need to share. I greatly like it. Greatly like it. That's a terrible sentence, but.
Call from.
Zooted suit.
To accept, press 1.
Zoodasuit. Is that correct? Is that how I pronounce it?
That is correct. What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing. Just fighting the good fight, my friend. What's on your mind?
Yeah, you are, dude. I was watching your video earlier where you were doing the whole thing on the sex trafficking, man. I don't think that's talked about enough, and definitely this president is doing something about it. So, anybody that wants to be a Trump hater, it's like, well, point to that. We can always point to that. And if people can't agree on that, they really don't have any moral compass.
No, they don't. You know who's really going after that? Is his daughter, Ivanka. She goes really hard after that sex trafficking stuff.
And it involves the elites, man. It involves these power elites, dude. And it's global, and people need to wake the hell up. I mean, people that have kids, people that don't have kids, people that have nieces, nephews. I mean, they're doing it with all kinds of kids. And honestly, dude, it was probably, I would say 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I went to a bachelor party in Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Strip.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally witnessed, like, the strip clubs are so scummy down there. I was like, fuck this, I'm out of here. So I was getting ready to get back on the party bus.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this little young chick stand on the corner, and she looked like she was maybe 14. I recall this because it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. This old dude drives up with like a Rolls Royce, like a white Rolls Royce, top down. The guy was probably in his 60s, early 70s. Picked the girl up, and I'm like, wait a minute. Is this what I think it is? And then I stood there. I'm still waiting for my friends to get back on the bus. Probably 15 minutes later, he comes back and drops her off. And I'm like, holy shit.
Bro,
so, it definitely goes on.
In that, 100%. In that podcast I put out, did you hear those numbers? The statistical numbers? It's staggering. It's
horrendous. And people, if you said that to somebody and you told them about it, they'd be like, oh, that's terrible. But yet they don't want to spread any information on it. They don't want to spend any time on it to say, okay, what can we do to resolve this? In fact, because I'm in Columbus, Ohio, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very first time, and I live in a very affluent area. It was actually in an Arby's, and like the little, you walk in, there's like a vestibule area, and then you walk through the second set of doors. They actually had like a thing at a nearby church that they were put a flyer up for that said basically,
come on in, let's have a forum about this and a discussion. And I was like, wow. So I don't know where that was originated. I should have gone actually just to figure out what it was and what they were trying to accomplish, but
Yeah, dude. I mean,
it's a
you
freaking
said that
huge deal.
the guy picks her up 15 minutes later, the back. And the reason I bring that up is because with those statistical numbers, these girls are doing this 30 to 40 times a day, and they're not even getting any cash. Which what I'm saying is I'm not saying that it would be better if they did get cash. I'm just saying that they're doing it 30 to 40 times a day.
Oh, I know, and I've seen. Oh, I dropped the phone. I've
you
seen
fine?
several reports on it, man, and it's unreal. And I've got women in my family. I've got younger females in my family, and it's like, holy shit, it could happen at any time. I mean, they and that's all these freaks do is like, and especially with the social media component. I mean, I remember back in the '80s when they had like pictures on a milk carton. Like
Oh
it's not
yeah,
even that anymore. Now it's like, you don't even see that anymore.
you don't see it
Maybe you'll see it at
anymore.
Walmart or something, but
No, this is their again another great point that I put in that podcast is this is their currency, man. This is how the elite
yeah,
make money, man. They have all the money. They don't need more money, so they use people as currency, man. Sick.
dude, I know, and I've been seeing it, and ever since those WikiLeaks drops came out, and this really goes back to, that guy better get exonerated, man. That's a big linchpin with me and Trump. If Julian Assange is not exonerated on this, phew, that's gonna be a bad deal, man, for real.
Yeah, dude. Um, I follow him. I trust in him. I believe in him. Um, I think that this is a definite turnaround. I think this is a dynasty, a Trump dynasty, for at least 10 years, at least. I think it's going to be a great turnaround for our nation. If you can eradicate the corruption within our judicial system, which is huge, if you can correct, if you have control of the Supreme Court, which he does, by the way, and with Ruth Bader
Right.
Ginsburg, she's done. He's going to put in another one. These people are pretty young. Gersich, is that how it's pronounced? Gersich.
Gorsuch.
Gorsuch, yeah, he's a little older, but I think he's in his late 50s. He'll be around for another 30 years. Think about that.
Right.
Kavanaugh's in his 40s. He'll be around for another 40 years. So I think that I pray. I really do. I have high hopes for what's going to take place here in the near future. By the near future, I say by the end of this term. I think a lot is going to change, my friend.
Yeah, and I'm praying too that Trump's just playing possum with this whole Assange thing, because what I really think is
Oh,
going to
yes,
happen
he is.
is they're gonna play discovery. They're gonna go, oh well, how did you get this information? Oh well, what was your source? They'll make him cough up his source, and then that's going to open Pandora's box in a way that people never imagined.
Oh, like I
So I
said.
think that's the only way it can go to make it where people are going to absorb it, and they're going to go, oh shit.
Mhm.
Because WikiLeaks has never been wrong, man. They've never been wrong.
100% accuracy rate.
So in all the coded language and stuff, and it's like, there's people that I know that I've told to look at this, and I'm like, look at this, like, look at all the posts. I'm like, this is legit stuff. I'm like, who the fuck talks like this? And then, obviously all the independent investigators that went and looked at all the social media accounts that were linked to all the people that knew each other, and they're all using the same language.
100%. Yes.
So,
I agree, man. Well, I could talk about WikiLeaks for hours and hours, my friend, but I have more people calling in. Great call. This is a great call-in day. Great calls. Dude,
stay
call
on
back.
it though, man. You're on target, bro.
Call back anytime, man. We'll be doing this very frequently, to say the least. Thank you, dude. I
All right,
appreciate
man.
your call.
Take care.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Great calls. Great calls. Let's see. What is everybody talking about in the chat? Armed American Patriot, what is up? Mike D says, praying works, spirit stronger than the mind and body. I agree. I believe that praying, that's why I ask. I said, I posted on Twitter had a great response and said, "Could you guys send me some positivity?" I was kind of in a rut. I get in ruts. I deal with stuff. Off camera. I've been dealing with a lot, and you know, I had like almost 300 responses, which is great. And look what we're back. It's energy, guys. There's a lot. It can change a lot. You can change your reality very easily if you put your mind to it. If you put your thought process on it, or something a lot better, for betterment of yourself and others around you. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with great thoughts. Eat good. Work out. Have a hobby. Get outside. You'll change. You're not going to be down in the dumps. Okay? The number to call is 803-399-0044, 803-399-0044. If you want to talk, it is open forum. All I ask is for you to be respectful to others. And if you have not already subscribed, if you want to subscribe, your name will flash across the screen so everyone can see that you are part of the True Reporting fam. Also, if you want to donate, you can go to the super chat below and donate whatever is financially able for you to do. And whatever your capabilities are, it will also flash across the screen so everyone can see you're supporting a great channel. You can also donate by going to the PayPal and Patreon, which is up and down in the links. The mods are definitely posting that. I greatly appreciate their hard work. Greatly do. So yeah, guys, so we could talk about I could talk about WikiLeaks all day. I think if you think about it, how much of the American public did that wake up? Those Podesta emails, those Hillary emails, that woke up a ton of people. So how can you even say, why even question if Julian Assange is a traitor? Yeah, I wouldn't even. I mean, isn't a patriot. He is a patriot. Eric Snowden, we've been told, isn't. Anybody who's going to be on the mainstream media and get interviews from Katie Couric and so on and so forth, they're part of it. They're part of the problem. That's my opinion. My opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Sam Farrow says the Pope donated $500K to 75,000 people. That divided is 666. I saw that too, my friend. I saw that too. He sent it to migrants. He can't even do it for his own people. He can't even do it to his own people. He can't help them. Scum. Co Rose says a lot of Southern Californians for Trump. Trust me, illegals voting and false local media took the state away from our president. Oh, 100%. 100%. Mary Boucher says God will take down the Pope. I hope it's soon. I hope it is soon too. I hope it's soon. Debbie Sherrill, I had a wonderful short vacation. I actually went to Savannah after that. St. Augustine, Florida is a beautiful place. It's very quiet, very good food. There's a whole an array, a lot of culture there. You wouldn't think it. I know Florida, there's a lot of culture, but St. Augustine, a lot of culture, very clean, very clean. The beach the water is green, in a good way, like clear. One thing I did not like riding through Jacksonville. Little sketchy. If you want to call in, you most certainly can. 803-399-0044. 803-399-0044. We could talk whatever you want to talk about. Open forum. We're going to round up the podcast here in about 3 or 4 minutes. And I got to get down to some editing. And might have the producer come over tonight and fix the echo. And we're good to go. Ryan McAdams, thank you, my friend. Thank you for that super chat. Where we go one, we go all. God bless all. I completely agree, Ryan. Reverend talks about horror surrounded by 7 hills wearing red and purple, the Vatican. There you go, Ryan. Thank you, my friend. Your generosity knows no bounds. Very kind of you. Thank you. This is the best way. I'm telling you, this is the best way to keep the channel alive, because censorship is it's a beast right now. We had Red Pill in here earlier. I might go me and that guy is a really good dude. I don't know if he's told y'all his name, so I just don't say it. But really, really good guy. Co Rose says, thanks for the super cool live chat. Great to be surrounded by like-minded people. St. Augustine holds the original patch of St. Augustine grass for lawns. Oh, Co-Ro, I did not know that. I knew that that grass did come from there. So that's very cool. And you're welcome. We do our best for these live streams. It's very therapeutic, to be honest. I'm trying to benefit everything. Benefit everyone around me right now. Check and see this really quick like. So he will be here tomorrow. We'll be doing an overhaul of things, and it's been a really good live chat. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. A lot of good calls. A lot of good questions in the chat. You can't beat it. This is a coming together of minds, which I do like so much. Mike D says, so much information out there, but people would rather watch the Kardashians or however you spell evil. Yeah, I agree. The only thing I watch, and this is the God honest truth, the only thing that I watch is golf and baseball. That's about it. And that shit's probably rigged, but I still like it. And the only reason I watch it is because it's free. Because in this apartment, I actually get free cable. Cool. So, but I don't watch TV shows. I don't watch anything mainstream. Most of the time, I just watch YouTube. And here's another thing, guys. If you want to send me information, if you want me to cover something, you don't have to send me a video. I'm not gonna watch the video. I'm not being rude. I usually read. I read a lot, and when I watch on YouTube I watch funny stuff. Norm Macdonald, love Norm. Follow him on Twitter. Great guy. Conservative too. Yeah, and he's a Canadian, which would blow your mind. That he's pretty close with America. I'll say that for now. He favors America. But yeah, that's pretty much all I watch. But if you want to send me information, if you find a cool link or a nice article or something that you find interesting enough to share, you can email me at TRUreporting1985@gmail. A lot of people do it, and sometimes I'll use it and I'll credit you for definitely doing that, for sending me news. You can do it on my Twitter too, at TRUreporting. You can send me information on Twitter. I do get around to looking at it, but Twitter is probably the best way because my emails do get slammed with a bunch of stuff. A bunch of people sending me a bunch of information, and just emails upon email. Bless Norm. Yeah, Norm Macdonald's great. Debbie Sherrill says she gets her news from me on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you, Debbie. Very kind of you. Teresa Trice Coro. What did she say? Says Western North Carolina in the house, cock locked and ready to rock. I like it. I like. Well, guys, I had a wonderful evening with you. I'm going to go ahead and hop into some editing, some other stuff, and I do like. I haven't done it because I gotta wait for a producer to get here, but I do like the music low in the background. I do. I usually get a copyright, but I will be able to get free music on here so that we can have something in the background, so there's not a lull in silence. Nobody likes dead radio. You know, sometimes that can get a little weird. But you know, my friends, I thank you so much for the donations. I thank you so much for the great call-ins, the great questions in the chat. Thank you, mods, for taking care of anybody who starts to yap. That hasn't happened in a while. They were trying. There were some trolls in here, you know, a couple months ago. Now they just hit me with the demonetization and the shadow banning. So they've moved on. Guys, again, please follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. And don't forget to leave a like on this live stream. If you leave a like, the more likes that it receives, it'll get, you know, shown to other people on YouTube. And they'll be like, what's this? This looks pretty cool. They'll check it out. You know, there's not many call-in shows on YouTube. And, you know, I try my best for you and for the greater good, we could say. And so I thank you, my friends, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Expect more podcasts, more live streams throughout the week and from here on out. Have a great evening, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.